Hey everybody, this is Mother of Many Horses with Honey Hollow Homestead. I've been asked the question, who should or should not have horses? If you can't handle your basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, necessities of life, don't get a horse. Someone once said, how do you make a small fortune with horses? Easy. Start with a large fortune. Let's face it, people. They're a large animal. They're not cheap. You're not talking to kitty cat. You're not talking to puppy dog. Okay? It does cost money to own a horse. There are some rare cases where you can actually make money with horses um, in some training, but you're not going to make a mint, that's for sure. There's very few that actually do make significant money working with horses. But if you have a love for horses the way I have a love for horses, and you're willing to work to have them, go for it. Because there's nothing better than the bond and the relationship that you can have with a horse. Now, if you have no experience with a horse, there's a right way and a wrong way to get involved with horses. I strongly urge people who have never been involved with horses before to get with someone who has experience with horses, who has horses, someone who can mentor you. A trainer, yeah, but not all trainers are created equal. There are people that claim to be trainers and they know squat. I've come across a few in my lifetime. But if you can find someone that has a heart for horses and understands them, then that's a good start. Get under their wing, get exposed, and one of the best teachers of uh, of owning a horse is a horse. Before I owned Honey, before I owned any other horse, I leased a horse. That was my first experience. As much as I loved horses all my life, they've been in my heart. I still, that first step of owning a horse, it's like, can I truly handle taking care of a horse? Can I handle the financial commitment of owning a horse? And that's why I sought out leasing a horse. That's like renting it, like you would lease a car. It can be a monthly lease, a yearly lease, any kind of negotiated lease. It can be a part lease where you only have certain days of the week where you're permitted to be with a horse. But you want something not just that's going to have you riding the horse, because that's one aspect of having a horse, but there's a lot more to horses than just riding them. There's their grooming, their nutrition, cleaning up after them. It's like, you don't want to see my barn right now because we've had 2 days of rain and I had to do running. So needless to say, my barn is a mess. That's why we're not in the barn and we're out here. But that's one of the things I have to deal with horses. Okay, um, I have to buy hay because I don't have good pasture yet. I'm working on it. It's something to work on, but I have to buy hay. So that's one of the things that you got to think of. And if you can get with someone who will teach you and be realistic with you about the cost of having a horse, that's the best thing to do. Start with leasing a horse because that gives you a financial commitment. Even if it's just enough of a lease where it covers the cost of that horse. It gives you a good, honest idea of what's involved financially with a horse. Now, so if you can find someone who is willing to lease a horse to you that would give you a realistic idea of how much it would cost financially for you to lease to own a horse, I think that's the way to go. That's just my opinion for what it's worth. It's a good start. So hopefully that helps somebody. If you have any other questions that you would like me to address in regards to horses, by all means, leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. Okay? This is Mother of Many Horses with Honey Hollow Homestead. Have a good one, people. Why are you squawking? Why? There's nothing here. There's nobody here. Okay? Thank you. Oh, my word. Critics. Seriously? I don't need your commentary. Seriously? Go find some bugs. Go.